Holla at your boy. It's the peace dealer in the building. Up in here. Up in here. Yeah. DMX is a Sagittarius representative of God, the creator. Yeah. Welcome to the final road to Ascension. It's years in the making, my friends. And this video was sponsored by my blue pick, my blue hair pick. Yeah, I'd be putting in work for your boy. But it's your boy. Shout out to Boomfly, Thunderbird. Yeah, other than that, y'all, I really wanted this ritual to be more of a chill session. It's really not going to be any rituals we do. While we do this, shout out to Amber Scott. While we do this, you know, if you want to do any rituals in the background, Taurus Moon Gang, that's hilarious. I feel you. If you want to do any rituals while I'm speaking, I am an open portal, so I never really explain how that works. If any of you, whenever I do any of my lives, you have permission. If you do any ritual work, if you do any magic work, my presence is a magical energy. You can draw on it. You can do stuff while I'm there. It will amplify. I do got Jupiter in Cancer, so this is definitely a cool time to do any sort of ritual work that you may want to. This is a full moon that's manifesting the ritual work that we started during the new moon in Scorpio. So keep that in mind. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Rosie. But other than that, this is really more so a victory powwow. You have made it, my friends. And I know you feel it. I know you feel this subtle sense of freedom that's burgeoning, internal freedom for those with internal locuses, control. Please comment a fire sign emoji if the synchronicities have been out of this world, like the signs and more so the events that have been occurring and the timing that they occur. This acceleration of awareness is coinciding with your awakening, your evolution, rather. Okay, and this is all leading up to a climax culmination point, which is the Ascension period, Sagittarius season. So, you know, I just need you guys to understand, in another 2 weeks, let me even take that back. It's 19 degrees. So on the 22nd, the sun will be 0 degrees Sagittarius, and the moon will be in Libra. Then we're going to have the balsamic phase, the 24th, the 25th, and then bam, the 26th, when Venus enters Capricorn after the conjunction, boom. We're starting this ascension period. That new moon is going to be Sun Moon conjunct Jupiter at the end of Sag. That's going to be the most high vibe new moon and possibly one of the most magical new moons that we have all year. So balsamic phase, Mimi, is when the moon is right before the new moon. Shannon, that's a great question. If it doesn't light, you might want to give it some time. Sometimes candles won't light because you're not meant to light them, especially if like the light goes out quick. That's a really good question. If it's dry and there's nothing else you can do, you might want to give it some time. Okay. Great question though. You can try lighting it, but if it doesn't, you don't want to push it. Okay. But balsamic phase is the moon phase right before the new moon, right when the moon is in the sign before it will enter new. And it's a period of closing. You want to think of it like right before you plant new seeds, you have to clear out the old crop. And the balsamic phase is emptying the farm for good before the new moon comes and you plant new seeds, you plant a new cycle. So just kind of want to reemphasize right here. We're in a countdown period from the 11th to the 22nd. That's 11 days. That's 11 days. That's weird. It's a little under 2 weeks. So in 11 days from now, shout out to Sarah who's cracking a drink. Drink some for me. Smoke some for me if you can. Oh wow. Yeah, and I also got you. You don't blow them out. You put them out like that. Shout out to Nebula Club. Yeah, we got 11 days. All right, until we ascend. So you know what's fascinating to me in 2019? You have people who can look at situations and be like, "You're weird," or "That's weird," as if they're not weird as fuck themselves. It's so crazy. I've seen some legit weirdos call other people weirdos. And I don't mean like conventional weird. I just mean like in this age where we're headed into, to assert yourself as some standard of normality, because that's what you do. When you call something else weird, it's okay to have that private reflection, but to say it objectively, you automatically become stupid because it's like, there's a special irony that comes with labeling something weird as if your whole existence is not weird as fuck. I mean, you fought out other sperm, penetrated an egg. You were a fetus. That's weird as fuck. You came out of your mom's vagina. That's super weird. After you shot out of your pop's penis. That's so weird. And then you cry as a baby. You go to school, you get clothed, you have to suck on your mom's titties for milk. That's weird as fuck. Like I don't understand how human beings look at the life they live and think that they're normal enough to look at other people like they're weird. It's fascinating. It's so hard to take people seriously because it's so fascinating. It's like, honey, don't act like 2 nights ago you didn't have a face mask on, crying your ass off because some douchebag didn't message you back on Instagram. But I'm the weirdo? Like, I'm so confused. I don't understand. I don't even want to try and get it. It is what it is, though. It honestly is what it is. And I'm not going to deny that I'm a weirdo. But it's like, who gives you the right? There's just certain people who should not be calling other people weird. Like, that's just all I'm saying. Have you seen your life? It is what it is, though. I like to take it as a compliment. Being what this guy, you know what I mean? I mean, in general, if you call me weird, I am pretty weird. I'm an Aqua MC. I live up to it. I own it. But like, just in general, just like calling things and people weird, you know what I mean? It's like, do you need to be humbled? Because that's how you get humbled. I'm just letting you know. Big up for weirdos. Shout out to those of you who are openly awkward. We're changing the world. That's the whole notion of Uranus's conquest. But yeah. And that's not to say that we're not guilty. Everyone here in this live chat fries other people in their head. Like there's that inner part of you that's just frying the person talking to you. And you're just like, why can't I stop frying them? I swear I'm Jung. Okay, got you, bro. Yeah, I swear, man, it's hard. But other than that, I just kind of want to reemphasize every single day. Shout out to Crazy Bull Spirituality. Just the other day, I rewatched this soul marriage reading that Crazy Bull did for me. She said that I was going to get married at 33, but you know, now I'm thinking I might marry someone who's 33 years old. I don't know if that's possible, but that's just wishful thinking. Other than that, yeah, y'all, every single day, 11 days from now, I'm like in this 11-day phase before. Oh, congratulations, Jesse. And the person who did my album art for Hardly Working 3, he just got married too. He just popped the question. She said yes. So like, you know, unions are out here. This is a good time to shoot your shot. Now that Venus is in Sagittarius with Jupiter, this is a good time to take someone out and show them your love. Show them what you got. If you got it like that, don't wait for it to happen. Like what you want to wait for is the opportunity. Like if you're in an opportunity where you're not sure how, you can wait for that opportunity. But like when that opportunity shows itself, take your shot. Take that chance. You don't want to force it before it comes because you can probably potentially ruin it. But like shoot your shot. Okay, really, not even shoot your shot. Show that special person what you got. I'm gonna have to do a Venus and Sagittarius transit talk. Venus is gonna exit Sag around the end of November because it's going to hump. It's literally gonna over Jupiter and it's gonna go into Capricorn. And like, boop, it's about to get amazing. Okay, but I just need to let y'all know for the next 11 days, there's going to be an exponential. Thank you, Mandolin. That is really cool. Growth and revelation of your supernatural ability. The whole purpose of Scorpio season was to transform you into a being that is much more aware of your capability. And this full moon is a trigger. It's a trigger point making you receptive to your inner genius so that you can bridge this inner core that you have from the depth of your unconscious physically. It's a huge deal. And as soon as the moon enters Gemini, you're now initiating conscious awareness of this, conscious perception rather, like an idea before it becomes so much more real. Why am I feeling so much deep emotions? You can thank Scorpio season for that. Mercury retrograde is on the sun in Scorpio. So this is allowing you to really pinpoint the wisdom that is needed to know. Everything feels like it's transforming. Amen. Because everything is transforming. Great insight. But see, if you notice, I keep on saying things in a basic way, in textbook way. That's just to provide a foundation. Okay. Your boy's about to start channeling. So I'm going to put on my channeling glasses. So I had to break down what each and every single one of you know more than me. I'm just the messenger saying it as confirmation because some of you are so far deep into this, you need me to be your anchor because you're going to think you're crazy until I confirm it and be like, no. You really are evolving to the point where you can see demons in other people. Like shit's real. Okay. So, I mean, literally I dealt with a demon the other day. She scratched me. She punched me. It was amazing. It let me know your boy's a real life exorcist. Now, the whole purpose for why I had to break down that we've had this evolution over the past decades, how this year we're ascending into higher light before this evolves into greater practical function, okay? It's because aliens are ready to move forward with their invasion. If I really just go forward with the chatting, do you realize that we are in the thick of a spiritual war that is fighting over your free will decisions? Okay, if dark forces can get you distracted by the petty drama in your life, you're going to spend every day holding resentment in your heart, and every single little moment you can have pockets of resentment. Shout out to Wendy Knight in the building. Every single moment that you can, Wendy Knight, I did a astrological transit forecast for. It was awesome. Highly recommend you guys order one. A lot of people don't order the transit forecast enough. That's the one report you want to get over and over. You know I got you. So keep that in mind. Shout out to Wendy Knight. I was an honor doing yours. Yeah, y'all, like, as long as they can get you to feel anger, it doesn't even matter what pettiness you invest in. All right. Be very mindful because things get deeply psychological, subversive, and tactical here. Remember, it's easy for me to say love over hate, but it's hard for me to explain the reason for that is because unconsciously, your subconscious and your imagination don't respond to what's real. They just respond to the input you give it. Remember, your unconscious doesn't know the difference between a real experience and a simulated one. Maybe it does, but it responds to them the same. So, you know, certain people are being used as vessels to trigger negative energy within you, to have you reinforce that every day, to have you reinforce your reaction to that every day so that you build horrible habits. And I don't want to definitely because you're not a victim. No one's making you do anything, but this is the energy around you that is a force you want to counter. Should we abstain from masturbation? Sacred twerks, very great question. It depends on your intent, because if you're doing alchemy with masturbation, a transit like this is really going to help you. If you want to do semen retention, a transit like this is really going to help you. So that's a really good question, Sacred Turks. No, you shouldn't abstain from masturbation. You should make the conscientious decision with what you want to do. So like if you abstain from masturbation, you're not doing it because it's wrong. You're doing it because you have a game plan. And the reason why that's such a good question is you don't want to see this as good or bad. Sometimes having sex, sometimes masturbation is what you're supposed to do. Okay, it really depends on what it is you're at. Shout out to Haywood, who's on day 96 of NoFap. Congratulations. Okay. Does anyone have proof of aliens, MK Ultra, classified secret space program, My Labs? The reason why that's the $1 million question is the real reason why, one of the realer reasons why you're getting ready to awaken these supernatural abilities. For these supernatural abilities, there's going to be a multitude of abilities people awaken. At the higher spectrum, people's claircognizance and clairvoyance is going to peak. Okay, for up till now, the clairvoyance, especially for those of you with Sagittarius and clairvoyance, you've had clairvoyance, you've seen visions. Jupiter's in Sag. Now you see them with 4K clarity. Okay, some of you have had claircognizance. You know things. Now you know them with no denial. Like it's like, holy crap! I knew that was going to happen. So regardless of what spectrum you are, the purpose of this is to bump everyone to a basic level of fifth dimensional awareness, to where you can see with your third eye how experiences relate with you. That's one basic way of looking at your third eye. It's not like, oh, I can see the mysteries of the universe. Your third eye opening is an analogy for being able to see into the meaning of experiences. It's the difference between walking into a store and passing by someone and you just saw with your regular eyes, you walked by someone, versus your third eye open and you realize you walked by someone and the way they looked at you was a bit disrespectful and there was symbolically a meaning to what happened. That's the difference. You're going to start to see your contextual place with the collective. And that, shout out to Nasiha, that is going to allow you to deal with this next stage of frequency warfare. Okay. This is something that I'm going to be going and covering over heavy. Not so much MK Ultra, but the classified secret frequency warfare being instituted by 5G towers. Okay. Now, even though I do believe that 5G towers are being used as frequency warfare and just towers, you will never really hear me say that these 5G towers are bad. In fact, I like them because we're going to have 5G. So it's not the technology that's bad. It's the utilization of the technology that is taking something good and creating new problems. It's very important now that we come to the realization that frequencies are being projected at you every day. Okay. I've gotten word that I'm being targeted. Okay. Just the other day, before my dumbass ordered more Postmates, like I'm so stubborn. The universe showed me that I'm being targeted. I already knew I was being targeted because you guys saw during 2017, I would try to talk to some Aquariuses. I would try and do some lives. They would try and get in the way. I stabilized the connection throughout the years. Once Saturn returned, they couldn't really attack me as much because my power came back, okay, after that 28-year journey of adulthood. But Like I had a DoorDasher try to poison my drink. I don't know if it was the DoorDasher itself. I ordered a Sprite. I ordered a Coke. I didn't have no Coke. There was some alcohol. There was some tea in there. As soon as I drank that, my chest started burning. I started breathing heavier. And that's when I realized, yo, I'm getting targeted. Like it's something that's so covert. It's something that's so simple that I'm only going to sound crazy. And that's why people who get targeted, they can stay targeted. Because if you were to talk about something like that, you're talking about that to a general public who is not going to believe you. You're not going to have the facts because they manipulate this. This happens every day. Economic assassins, economic warfare, real warfare. Okay, so like someone had sent me a message, all right, and I didn't look at it yet. And I was literally thinking like, yo, I'm getting targeted. All the planets are literally on my natal energies. I'm being targeted by a higher force, like some eagle eye shit. And right when I opened the message, the person sent me about people getting targeted. And that was just such an amazing synchronicity. Because in that video, you have a lot of scholars. It's not just people on YouTube. It's like a lot of educated, like professional scholars who are going, a lot of people from the Pluto Virgo generation, Pluto Libra, they're pretty much older too, talking about, oh yeah, frequencies. They send frequencies to beam and to make people want to commit suicide or to influence people to feel a certain way. And you have to understand the whole notion of sending shockwaves to people, sending frequencies that water signs, see, these frequencies are going to affect water signs the most. They're meant to keep water signs depressed. And it's not as simple as just frequencies being sent, because you have to keep in mind, unless you're in a mountain area, unless you're secluded from the city space, you're bombarded by frequencies. If you're in a city area, there's Wi-Fi that's being emitted from almost every single device, from cars, from phones, from computers, and all those frequencies overlap your frequency and they dull your connection. All of this is dulling your connection to the cosmos. The natural frequencies that you're going to get by the time that they hit you, they hit all these frequencies in the air. And it's not even necessarily that, like, to a degree there's a conspiracy, but that's not really the point. You know what I mean? Like, and shout out to Amber Scott. All right. She hooked me up. She even gave me this. I still have this to this day. I have not had any interference with lives ever since I had this. So we got the tools, you know what I mean? But like, it's not like the government's like, let's block people's connection to the cosmos by putting these up. It's just the natural consequence of evolving into higher technology, right? But there is a subtle subversive element to this where certain people are getting targeted. And this is where I need to put my channel glasses on. Some of you think you're being targeted by the Illuminati, okay? What you think, it's not called the Illuminati. The Illuminati isn't real like people think it is, but the concept is real. The whole concept of a secret society organization is more common than you would think, okay? And see, in order for you to understand the targeting that's occurring, you have to think of this not through, see, for our enemies are not flesh and blood, but the higher principalities and spiritual places, the powers, the orders, okay? You can't think of this gang stalking and targeting as being done by your own fellow human beings. They're not that cold. They're not that nice with it, okay? And a lot of it is Galactic Federation. A lot of it is aliens. A lot of it are higher extraterrestrial frequencies and energies that infiltrate people's vessels through thoughts. Demons infiltrate through emotions. Aliens infiltrate through thoughts. It's nothing for a very adept mind reader to work on someone for years and just infiltrate their subconscious mind. Seeds here and there, plant seeds into their mind to where that person thinks that those thoughts are original. And this happens to everybody. There's advertising techniques that spend billions, millions, thousands of dollars on psychological techniques to make you rewire your thinking. It's fact. Once you see a commercial for 7 times in a row, you're more than likely to buy that product. And that's not a conspiracy. That's just facts. It's just statistics. It's not like it's meant to be good or bad. It's just a thing. So how are these things being used? That's what is subjectively good or bad. Okay, so we're now stepping into a greater tactical need to be very mindful of your diet and to be very mindful of who you let in your space, because there are people who mean well in this world. And that's honestly what's going to probably be the way they infiltrate. The dark forces aren't going to get at you through people you don't like. They're going to go through people who mean well for you, but they might be going through some unresolved shadow issues. They might have some unresolved addictions they haven't released. And so they have that shadow energy. It's always family. They have that shadow energy to where they can now infiltrate you. That person may not even know that they're being used, but then they just uncharacteristically, you know what I'm saying, like blow up around you. And they just start doing stuff that's just weird to trigger you so that that entity can jump into you. And you have to hold space with love and call them out, call that energy out, start calling the demons out in people, start calling energies out in people. Edward Snowden confirmed this, by the way. Mr. WikiLeaks, God bless this man. Okay, he confirmed that there are some intercepted frequencies, and this is something that's been around for a while. The GPS satellites, 10,000 miles up above Larry Clark's orbit, they're the middlemen between the higher extraterrestrial frequencies that can beam down agenda-ridden fallacies and I'm not going to say fallacies, but agenda-ridden BS towards us. And I want to say it vague enough to where it sounds like a conspiracy theory, so that you can see for yourself it's true when this is revealed. More so, if you don't know now, it's because you're in denial, because you've seen this, you've seen evidence of it. You just don't want to believe it because it's so fucking far-fetched. It's designed to be so far-fetched, the last thing you think about it is real, so that the greatest trick the devil ever proved is that he doesn't exist. This is just classic manipulation. And the Pluto Sagittarius group, this manipulation doesn't work on them. It triggers temper issues, but it doesn't work on them. They see through it, and there's a big revolt in the way. So really, there's no special ritual I want to do. There's no special ceremony. Shout out to Monica. Monica just got word of a friend's ex-partner who got shot in the heart, which is very symbolic. If you guys don't mind sending prayers and also opening up space for healing, let's hold space so that we can definitely put in some good light. What I'd like to open up this space for is to let's just set intentions and pray. Is there anything that you have that you want to pray for? Is there anything that you want to put up in the air and help release? I'm going to hold space for all of us to do that. If there's anything you want to send prayers up, the portal is open. And all you have to do is just say the prayer right now. It's going to go through the screen into the portal and it's going to go up. I beseech the heavenly cosmic authorities, listen to our prayers. All right. Shout out to Josh Lanham in the building. Okay. It's very, very important that we all realize that our connection to the divine is strengthening. The universe is vast. The universe is infinite. And thank y'all for praying for me. There's definitely a version of you. There's a space out for you there. Every single person that exists here has a special cosmic space they can draw on. Shout out to the veterans we praying for. So I kind of want you to just really notice that. Okay. Notice how you're starting to connect. For those of you whose eyes are really opening, you're starting to see how some of you might have had romantic connections with one person, or not even romantic connections, just special connections with one person. But you're starting to see how it's more than that person. It's more than you. It's an energy you're picking up on in a collective sense, that you might be focusing on one, but it's happening through different people who carry that same vibe. So it's connecting you more with God and the goddess vibe. So keep that in mind. I open space for all our prayers to be answered. I open space for our intentions to be heard. And I open space for miracles to bless each and every single one of us. And one thing that I want to manifest for each and every single one of you watching live is that before today is over, before you lay your head to sleep, we all manifest a special miracle that not only gives us the next step moving forward, but manifests the sum total of everything we worked hard for today as a symbol and a sign of how more we can integrate our power in our lives and how we can prepare to level up. Because Sagittarius season is the glow up, baby. Are you ready to glow up? Are you ready to glow up? Okay, I was gonna say everyone's gonna glow up. No, the only people who are gonna glow up are those who are willing to take action to believe in themselves. And it's not just believing in yourself. It's taking action to believe in yourself. It's doing things that show others you clearly believe in yourself because you're doing it. Okay. And the opportunities will present themselves. It's just so hard to say this because you're literally in the brink of an intergalactic space-time warfare just blowing up in your fucking face. You're just going to be having coffee with your friend, and then all of a sudden, like alien possessed entities start attacking you in Barnes and Nobles. And it's like, what's real life anymore? And see, all of this can happen in the guise of a passionate conversation about politics. And you're having this heated debate about the president, and you don't even realize that was a whole intergalactic fight right now. Because a lot of these spiritual, supernatural occurrences occur in milliseconds at a time. Remember, these higher beings vibrate so fast. If you had the superpower to slow down time or to stop it, you would now be aware of the particles and the energies that move so quickly. That's why you can't see your spirit guides, but they're around you. When you have Sagittarius energy, this allows you to see fast energy. It allows you to see energy vibrating quickly. That's why they're all seen. Other than that, you may not see light beings who vibrate so quick, you can't see it because it's above your frequency spectrum, the color spectrum in which you can see. So a lot of these things that occur, especially when it comes to your power, a lot of your power is triggered by subconscious decisions and intent that by the time your conscious mind is aware you even felt it, it already happened. And this is why a lot of this requires surrender. There's a lot you feel like you need to control, but a lot of it is already happening within you. And you're now led through this process, okay? So keep that in mind because there's a deeper subversive element to this. And my friends, this is the last month of light. This is the last month. This is it. This is it, guys. Until 2025, we're not having no more light. That's it. We're getting ready for war, bro. This is why we're glowing up. It's gonna be very inspirational. It's gonna be like, yay! Oh, god damn. What do you think about Papa Legba? Hey, it's up to you, yo. Finna start moonwalking. So, Jupiter is going to leave Sagittarius and then nothing's going through Leo. Nothing. Uranus is not getting through Leo in a while. Okay. We only have Chiron in Aries. So I hope you know that means there's no light. Uranus was in Aries. That was the last stand of light we had. That's why there were revolts. When people tried to trample on our liberties, it was the people in Syria. It was the people in America. It was the fire signs who were like, we're standing up. We're turning up smoke. That's gone. Now it's in Taurus. Some people have compromised. Some people have gotten deals. Some people have taken hush money. Okay. You saw that in the Dakota. No, you saw that Dakota pipeline shit that happened when Uranus was in Aries. It left Aries. They lost the battle. Now there's oil spills. No one's talking about it. Shh, hush money. So like after Jupiter leaves Sagittarius, we're entering a mini age of darkness. It's going to be dark, 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 dark. Snuffs, people with high money and gang ties doing some ugly shit, kind of like how X was killed. No comment. Okay? Jupiter is going to leave Sagittarius November, and that's the last major fire we have in a long time. In a long time. And this is going to comprise 4 years of darkness, where if you are a light worker, you're getting attacked. You're getting attacked. Hey, we got Voodoo Priestman in the building. Shout out to Voodoo Priestman. That is a real one. I hope to have a peace talk with him someday. I'm gonna interview him soon, and we might do a series. But like, if you're in this work, if you're doing any type of like spiritual work, you're directly. It's like you've been being targeted, but you're directly being targeted. You're getting visitations to your front door. This is why you need. This is like that's why when I say superpowers, because people with superpowers are going to be getting at you. And you need to use your superpowers to get back at them, to be like, no, I know the authority of light. I stand in, get out of here. So I'm just letting you know, December is going to roll around, my friends. Jupiter is going to go into Capricorn. And until 20, as soon as I talked about Papa Legba, Voodoo Priestman shows up. Empress Daisy, that's what's up. That's what's up. Talk to him. Hit him up. That's your guy. That's the dude you want to talk to. If anyone wants Voodoo Priestman is a Cancer sun. He's a high priest. So like he's legit. The stuff he knows is legit. It's not just like these people out here talking about candles. Shout out to Josh once again. But after December hits, my friend, the next light we're gonna have is 2025, the revolution. The reason why there's gonna be revolution is in the absence of this light, no one can, did you notice? Did you guys notice? 2018 was mad dramatic. A lot of crazy stuff happened to it. 2019 was dramatic, but not as dramatic. Is it just me, or was 2019 a little bit died down? Like it was not nearly as dramatic as 2017. It was not nearly as dramatic as 2018. That's because the fucking light was here. And when the light's here, you don't want to do anything. Because if anyone did anything, they would be seen. Okay? Once the light is gone again, you're gonna see shit pick right back up. I promise you. Okay, trust me. From 2020 to 2025, darkness, imperial darkness. The dark forces are going to make their moves. You're going to see a lot of documentaries about the New Age movement. You're going to see a lot of disinformation about authentic practitioners being lumped in with frauds. They're going to put us all in a group and make it look like we're all the same when we're not. Okay, it's direct, indirect attacks. It's already begun. They try to play Ralph Smart. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Ralph Smart, you know what I'm saying? Rick and Morty premiere was low-key bashed on the spiritual community. I gotta see that. They probably did that justice. Because see, Netflix did a cult documentary and used Infinite Waters. He might sue them. Ralph made a video saying, I need my check. Because they try to say that Ralph was building a cult, which he's not doing at all. But like, see how they try to lump him in it and use his name? Like he should try and demand some kind of compensation, because this is really unfair. Like they're pretty much like going out of line. Now, shout out to Rick and Morty, because at the same time, and that's why I say I'm not a part of the spiritual community. I'm an individual. The stuff that I say applies to everybody. When you say that I'm a part of the spiritual community, that makes it sound like, oh, it only applies to this community. If you're not a part of the spiritual community, I'm for everybody, baby. I'm the universal messenger. My truth, anyone can hear this, whether you believe in it or not. But like this, there's a lot in the spiritual community that's fraudulent. So like when you see Rick and Morty, come for the spiritual community, that's necessary, because this is going to expose the fake parts of spirituality, which we've all been agreeing with. You know what I'm saying? Like we've all believed, every single one of us have called out these fake spiritualists too. The problem is when we're lumped into that group, when it's now a fallacy that's like, okay, because these people are frauds, everyone's a fraud. And that's not true. You can't say that about biology. You can't say because someone was a sham biologist that biology as a whole is sham. Just like you can't say because you have psychic frauds that psychic activity is a fraud. No. And that's what they're going to try and do, because there's not going to be light to purport this. Fraud's making it hard out here because a lot of frauds are coming into a lot of success. They have hundreds of thousands of followers. They have some kind of talent, but they don't have integrity. So, you know, it makes our job harder. But the cool thing is we're not here to prove this to people. That's ego. We're not here to prove that this is real. We're here to serve. Regardless of if people think this is real or not, there's still people we're serving, and that's what it's for. Okay, it's not to prove, but keep that in mind, because you think people have been coming for you now. It's only getting realer. It's the 2020, because what's going to happen is 2024. This is all going to break out. Pluto's going to go into Aquarius. 2025, Neptune's going to go into Aries. That's going to be spiritual, transcendent light. And some deception. And then Uranus in 2026 is going to move into Gemini, new age of light. This is when it's going to be a good thing. There's some doctors with college's degrees still being called quacks. There could be charlatans in any sect. Gotta study, do your research, due diligence. Amen. Amen. So true. HT V3. So it's like that 2026 is when it's going to be a good time to be an astrologer. By 2026, this is when, if you're a light worker, you're a celebrity. The new celebrities, the new rock stars. And remember, the old rock stars used to be philosophers. Back in Plato's time, there's a lot that happened with Plato and the sophists and I can't believe I just forgot who studied under Plato. Socrates and the Gorgiases, Aristotle. Thank you. They were the original rock stars. Philosopher kings were the original rock stars. They can walk into any civilization and chill with the kings and queens. This was back in the day where kings still had a resident astrologer. Okay, like before we fell from grace and now we're bartering our sessions. We used to be paid like kings. Like people used to pay for our room and board. It is what it is. We're quickly coming back to that. By 2026, if you're like philosophers were the original rock stars. And then you had politics, right? And then you had faith healers and charismatic pastors. And then you had actual rock music. And then you had rappers and pop stars. Okay, pop stars being rock stars is new. It wasn't like that centuries ago. Okay, I mean, you always had musicians that were popular, but they weren't rock stars like Elvis was, like you know, Fall Out Boy, like Drake. Okay, you know who the new rock star is? Circa 2024, light workers, life coaches, astrologers, tarot card readers, and it's the younger gen that's going to put them out there. It's the younger gen that's going to put them in demand. It's music themed around that. And this is something that people get, but I don't think people realize it's not going to be like a trending thing. This is going to set the tone. Like light workers are going to be like right now, the high top professional degrees are like doctors, lawyers, scientists through physics, biology. In another 6 years, astrologers, psychologists, life coaches. That's going to be like the creme de la creme. By 6 years from now, research institutions are going to be set up, more schooling, more accreditation, more people who've actually graduated in spiritual paths will have instituted this, right? But in between that, the dark forces know that. So in between that, from 2020 to 2025, they're gunning for you. This is trial by fire. You make it through that trial and step into the late 2020s, you're a rock star, baby. And this is why it's like, I hope you know you have superpowers, because a federal case came for a Maryland tarot reader who was a fraud, put her ass in jail over $750,000. Fuck these frauds, man. But really keep that in mind, because like, that's why I keep saying superpower. It's going to be very trying. It's going to be a lot of evolution. It's not going to be only bad, but it's going to be very trying. It's not going to be an easy 5 years. You have to know your shit. This next 5 years is going to separate the fakes from the real deals. The reason why you've gone through this 2010 to 2019 chapter. Thank you, Sean McDougal. I am about to blow. Saturn is about to go through my 10th house in Aquarius. Once Jupiter and Saturn go through my 10th house in North Node in Aquarius, I'm on TV, baby. I'm blowing up. They're gonna come for me. They're gonna come for the peace dealer. They're gonna try and play me out as a scam artist. They're gonna try and play me out as a fraud. And I'm gonna let them know on live television, I'm the real deal, baby. I'm the real deal. Check my testimonials. I will read your chart live on television. That's the difference between me and these frauds. You can test me out live. What's up? Right now. We can go live on television right now. I will read your chart right now. Candid. Bring anybody. What's up? I'm ready. I have nothing to hide. Okay? Nothing to hide. I know my journey. I know what I've had to learn. I know what I've had to be humbled through. So you have people who've been faking it, and you have people who've been working through it. And the light is going to leave. We're not going to have light for a long time until Jupiter comes back into Aries. And that's when Neptune will be leaving Pisces. Okay? And it's like, I got you, Dara. And it's like, yeah, the next 5 years is to show what you're made of. It doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. It doesn't mean that there's going to be people who twist and spin things. It's about getting up and standing up for your integrity. You are defining your integrity coming into next year. And you have to let these people, if you let other people, they'll play you like a fraud. They'll play you like a fool. You have to make sure you recognize that this work you've gone through was not for nothing, was not so that you can look like a total idiot when tested. Because the final exam is 2020. Saturn is the tester. Capricorn is the final test of integrity with Pluto and Jupiter, where you have an opportunity to redefine what's real. You have an opportunity to redefine a way that people perceive the truth. And like, you only worked your whole life for this. So don't let anybody play you. A lot of you are going to be performing miracles and exploits with these newfound gifts. But before, and this is the best part about it, guys, before we step into that, we have Sagittarius season. Like there's everything up until this point. There's Sagittarius season, and then there's the eclipse. The eclipse in Capricorn is moving forward. Boom. Scorpio is preparing us, but it's Sagittarius season that's going to ascend you. One season, 1 month. It's literally less than a month away from November 22nd to the end of December, my friends. That short period is where you get attuned. You start to see what you got. You see what you're working with. Jupiter leaves. We're done with the light, and it's wartime, baby. It's Divine RPG 3 time. Okay, Guild Wars. Okay, people are gathering people from all over the world, and they're fighting each other. The world civil war we've all been waiting for. Okay, so it's important to realize who to let go of, because some of you still got some traitors in your midst who still look at what you do as that little thing you do. Nah, son. Sagittarius is gonna open your eyes. So Jupiter and Sag is gonna open your eyes, and like the whole of Sagittarius season, you're gonna be seeing everything as it truly is. And then Capricorn season is gonna come through. It's action time. You know what to do now. So just letting you know, like this last bit of light we have, you're gonna feel it. It's going to be an incredible darkness that takes over humanity for the next 4 years. An incredible, I wish I could show you in the chart, an incredible darkness. We're not gonna have anything in Aries. We're not gonna have anything in Leo. We're not gonna have anything in Sagittarius outside the personal planets. There's gonna be no outer planets there. Nothing. There's no light. This is huge. In the absence of light, deception is rampant. That's why no one's trying anything here, because people are getting exposed left and right this year, right? Even Epstein. Did you know if they tried to do the Epstein thing, Jupiter and Scorpio, they wouldn't gotten away with it. They would have gotten away with it, but they did it Jupiter and Sag. Everyone can see through it. You can't do that bullshit in the light. So this is the last bit of light we have, and like learn from this year, because in that absence of light, people will deceive. People will take advantage of your doubt in yourself and twist it. They will take that inch and run a mile with it. Shout out to the fire signs, because they're going to be the most under fire. The water signs, they're going to play you like you're delusional. Okay? Just letting you know. Some of you water signs are going to be like super psychic. They're going to play you like you crazy. What else is new? Okay? So just the only thing that I really want you to like take from this is we have 11 days until the final ascension. Okay? And everything from the 22nd is glory. This is the glow up you've been promised since you were born. And you just have to make it through the next 11 days, where subversive dark force influences will do whatever they can to trip you up, to make you forget why you do this. Please, beloveds, don't forget why you're on this path. There are people who never join this path for good reasons. So now challenges are hitting them and they don't have a base. They don't have a core. They don't have any real reason why they did this, right? Versus now, they don't have any real reason why they did this, right? So they're falling by the wayside. Versus you, can't we tune up our own energies to use to our advantage? Manolin, absolutely. That's exactly what you want to do. Absolutely. Okay, versus now, you know, you guys who there's a specific reason why you were called into this. There's a specific lesson. What happened around the time you came in here? Once again, I used the story of, you know, dabbling with my Christian faith because I realized I was meant to take my experience as a Christian and balance it with this path, doing what I do as a counselor. Okay, I don't consider myself a light worker. I am a counselor. Okay, and it's like, you know, I can't doubt. There's no fear, there's no doubt, because every step of the way, the universe and spirit has shown it has my back. And this is important because things are going to get more intense. You're going to, yeah, I saw that post. I don't even follow Cardi B. And I saw that she posted 11/11 because she's woke. I hate to say woke, but Cardi B is mad woke. Woke doesn't mean, by the way, that you're super spiritual and you do everything the right way. Woke just means you pick up on shit. Like you see what's up. And Cardi lives out what she raps about, so I fuck with her. Anyway, it's important because a whole lot about what you've been prepared, because you're getting ready, like Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, you're getting ready to deal with karmic situations that push you past your limits. And a lot of you are already going through this, but you're deepening instances and situations where, you know what I'm saying, you question whether you can get through it. It's almost going to feel like you versus a giant. And you have to remember, you are a giant slayer. You are a giant slayer. You are a giant slayer in a world that has made you believe that you're subservient to giants. Yep, Offset is no fool. You're subservient to giants and that you can't do anything without their authority. Well, the universe is putting you directly in contact, clashing with giants, just so that you can recognize, holy shit, you're a giant slayer. And for a lot of you, this is going to come as a shock, because when you go through these situations, you're entering situations on the outset, starting now already, on the outset, like, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can handle this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. No uncircumcised Philistine is about to fuck you up. Okay. Yes, you can. There are a lot of situations right now. It's all good, Melissa Smith. It's all good. There is a lot of situations that are happening, and especially coming into next year, where you're literally going to feel like, I don't know if I can handle this. Yes, you can. You're going to make it your bitch. You're going to kick its ass. I need you to understand this off rip. But there's not going to be any more light. So in the absence of light that you're now converting for action, you're going to see deceptive rhetoric. This is that Neptune in Pisces that's going to prey on your fears and be like, you sure you can get through this? This person, you're dealing with someone who has millions of followers. They have so much influence. They have mob ties. Are you sure you can deal with that? Are you sure you can handle that? Shit, I know I can handle it. I don't care if someone has millions of followers. I don't care if someone has billions of dollars. Bitch, I roll with the Angel Clan. I just need to snap my fingers twice, and I got Archangel Raphael. I got Archangel. I know Uriel personally. Don't make me call up Dolo. Don't make me call up Dolo unless he do a prayer on your ass. Like, oh, that's the energy I'm bringing. I don't care if you have millions of followers. I rock with God, homie. I know angels for real. I know angels for real. Don't let me call that light on you. Yeah, it's dark. I can still summon light on your bitch ass. Flights, air. Okay, okay, okay. And so you need to say it in a way where it's like, people who don't have that connection look at you like you're fucking crazy. Like, are you kidding me? You look at this dude. He thinks he connects with angels. And yet, to this day, every single instance where I have been, where I needed the angelic support, without me even needing to ask, great providence there. Why? Because I'm walking in the light. It's because my actions are putting me in integrity. If I'm walking out the light, they can't protect me. But I'm making sure my actions have integrity, so I'm fulfilling my part and they can fulfill their part. Ladies and gentlemen, you walk in the light, nothing can fuck with you. And that's why, in the absence of this light, integrity is going to be questioned. You want to have courage to do what you know you're meant to do. What the dark forces are going to try and do is tempt you out the light. Okay, we know we can't fuck with this person while they're protected. Let's tempt their integrity. Let's get them out the light and then fuck them up. And so you're going to be tempted, okay? I know there are going to be people who want to pay me hush money. Hey, sign this deal for $1 million. Stop doing this YouTube shit you're doing. Just do it for me exclusively. And it's like, hey, buddy, I see through what you're doing. You're going to have to try harder than that. How long is this going to last? So the 2020s is a portal to the new dawn of light. The new dawn of light signals the return of the Nephilim, the resurrection of the demon clan, and the beginning of the end. All the Bible stories you've read in 1 Thessalonians, Revelations, even in Isaiah about the last days, in the book of Daniel, where the seventh seal was spoken of, and the angels are like, seal that up. It's too early for you to read it. There's coming a time when you'll be able to read it. That's that time. We are finally at the end before we reach the beginning of the end. 2024 marks the beginning of the end, where society reaches an all-time high of craziness, and you start to see a lot more chaos before this is eventually subdued. So really keep that in mind. It is during this period that the chosen ones, the 144,000, the archangels will recognize themselves. There are a lot of ancient deities who've reincarnated. However, what's very common is that until one's 30s through 40s, it takes them that long to be aware of themselves. Take, for example, the fact that Jesus Christ may be incarnated. Jesus Christ would not wake up born remembering he's Jesus. He's going to go through his own awakening process too, where he questions God's existence until he finally realizes that, oh my gosh, I'm the Son of God. Like, it's an awakening, just like you have an awakening, right? You're awakening into your mastery. And the reason for that is because there's work to be done. You're getting ready to intercede for people. Shout out to Shakti Lashes, because she's definitely one of the people on the front lines. You know, there are a lot of you who are therapists, counselors. You have a cover job, which is really just a cover to do the real spiritual work. You're using what you're doing as an avenue to really connect with people, especially, you know, someone like Shakti. Shout out to her. All you Pisces suns and water sign sun and moons, Y'all are doing the most work because you're having to deal with energies other people don't really perceive. And then you have to take in, all the nastiness and deal with that and process that. So just keep that in mind. Like, there's work that needs to be done. You're going to be, oh yeah, shout out to Bovember, Dean. There's work to be done. You're going to be interceding for many people's lives. You're now switching to that role of seeing the dark force working on people and you being that source of light to guide them around. You can't control what they do, but you can be that source of light to where every time they come to you, you lead by example. So I just kind of really want to bring more to your attention that Mars, Venus, it will be in Capricorn. Jupiter, it will be in Capricorn. It will be squaring Chiron in Aries. There's going to be a direct, in your face, dark force element that's going to confront you. You've been feeling this, especially Cancer season, July of this year. You got a sneak peek of it. That eclipse, it's establishing it. It's like a new season series where all the bad guys show up to your front door. And now it's like, hey, I activated superpowers Sagittarius season. So now I know what to do with them. Now, who wants these hands? Because now I got super hands. And it's so amazing because a lot of you consider yourself peaceful. No, I'm going to be the bigger person. No. There's a peaceful way to resolve this. That's what you're saying. This is going to be you in 2 months. Who wants these hands? Hey, yo, who else? All the same people right now. You know how they are. You always go to them for conflict. They're just like, no. They're going to be the first ones scrapping. You're going to be like, I thought you said be peaceful. Nah, they got me messed up. Nah, they come into my doors. Nah. So I'm just letting you know, there's a militant side of this. If you feel that's the little bit of fire we have with Chiron in Aries, okay? That's it. Like, because there's a whole lot of darkness within people that they've held within. I need to introduce you to the concept that certain dark force entities have had their eye on you for a minute. But see, when you awakened initially in 2012, you were still budding. You didn't ripen yet. And so periodically you've been checked on. Okay, this person's talents and skills are budding, but they're still not of use to me yet. And you've been spied on. Feds, spiritual police, haters. Okay, you're ripe now. You're riper than you've ever been. And the harvest is amongst us. And at the end of this year, coming into next year, these overlords that have been looking at you and they want to take your fruit, they're going to come for it. But you're a badass. They don't know that you going down. If you going down, you're going down fighting. I don't even think you know, which is the thing. I don't even think you know that you're about to lead the vanguard, because it's an explosion of warrior energy. The Sagittarius season is going to quickly shape you up for. So once again, I just kind of want to emphasize that there's 11 days left until Sagittarius season. What Sagittarius season is going to do is going to fully evolve you to your max current level. It's going to ascend and awaken, but more so evolve, because awakening comes beginning of next year with that eclipse. The eclipse we have in January is taking Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, Sun, and Moon, oh my God, and Venus in Capricorn. All right, I think Venus might be in Aquarius by then. And it is a full-on awakening. The South Node is here. It's bridging in all your past life power from the core of your DNA. And this is not some foo-foo spirituality bullshit I'm talking about. You have ancestral power from past lives. It's called your DNA. Your DNA carries codes from people born years before you were born. Their DNA is in yours. That's past life memory, baby. And the South Node is unlocking all that junk DNA, which is not junk DNA. It's awakening at a collective level. And from January to July of 2020, that 6-month span, is you drawing out all these supernatural powers we activated this year. Sagittarius season is allowing you to see it, and then bam, you fully awaken it. So the next, if you just came here and you may have missed everything, it's all good. If there's anything you need to know, all right. And Melissa Smith, thank you so much, because I started to feel my heartbeat. So the fact that you said energy coming out is nuts. Thank you. If there's anything that you didn't get that you need to know, the next 11 days is going, every single day of these next 11 days is an exponential culmination to Sagittarius season. Sagittarius season, my friends, is a rocket ship up to your higher self in the cosmos before you awaken this with the eclipse at the peak state. I'm going to say this again. You right now are purifying at the core of your being, releasing everything that's getting in your way. Once your vessel is clear, Sagittarius season is coming, you're evolving to your peak state, and then Capricorn season's here. Blah! Now that you're at your peak state, eclipse, set it. And you're taking action at your peak state, and then Aquarius season comes, it's set, boom. And then you're starting 2020 as a yearly cycle at your peak state, at your greatest self. You're gonna know what it looks like. You're gonna know what's needed to maintain it. Boom, you've glowed up. And the reason why you're glowing up is for the motherfuckers who are gonna try and get at you. Shout out to Shannon Souther. This is already happening. This has been happening for years. And like the fact that you're taking a part of this is every bit of proof that you're a total badass. But I just need to say, before we enter that rocket propeller spaceship, and you glow the hell up, you glow the F up on the 22nd of November. These next 11 days are going to be incredibly paranormal. And everything that you experience is going to make you question your reality because it's over. It's over. Scorpio season is throwing your old life in the motherfucking trash. And throughout these next 11 days, elements of your life, unexpected, unpredictable elements of your life are going to just, some of you could have a 3-year career as a chiropractor or working a long-term amazing job. And in 2 days, you quit that job and you go on this hermit adventure out in Peru. Totally different. Like just preparing you for that. Or you keep the job, but like you realize your boss is a secret alien and you realize the real reason you're there is to save the coworker. It's weird shit. From 11 days from now, you're getting ready to enter in supernatural, the plot. You're gonna just awaken to the fact that your mother was a space alien this whole time and she actually could teleport, but she didn't want to tell you that. Crazy shit. Some of it's already happening, but I just want to say this one more time. The next 11 days is denoting the most intense shifts. Remember, Mercury is going to go direct during this period. It's going to go direct exactly on the 21st, the day before Sagittarius season. Mercury goes direct and Mars enters Scorpio. Empress Daisy has her Mars return. That's not a coincidence that Mercury is going direct right as Mars is opposite Uranus and the sun is at the very end of Scorpio. Okay. So really, 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 really keep that in mind. For those of you who haven't done the activating X Dream meditation, go to the new moon in Scorpio. It's still available. You want to do that till the end of the year every day, even if you do it at least once. So the next 11 days from now are going to be exponentially paranormal. You're going to be seeing the true meaning of people. The synchronicities and the signs that I've been experiencing are hand in hand now. I know when they're going to happen. You know when they're going to happen because this process was to sync your higher mind with your conscious mind. Just so your higher mind doesn't have to get your attention, you're more aware of it. And that's because you're a fucking badass. You are so amazing that dark forces are still terrified. Ruling authorities are terrified of your potential and that you could just expose things just intuitively. So just keep that in mind over the next 11 days. The secret to your supernatural abilities will be revealed, leading into Sagittarius season where you will see them. You will see how they work. Remember, I told you, Gemini season was going to tell you what. But everyone was like, how does it work? How does it work? I was like, don't worry about that. Wait till Virgo season. Virgo season is going to come in September, and we're going to understand how this works. And sure enough, Virgo season came, and we got initially how this works. And now we're at the third part, Sagittarius season. This is where we're going to see how and what's happening. Jupiter is 5K vision, where we're upgrading it. Uranus and Taurus upgraded our TV to a device that allows for 5K, because before it was in Taurus, yeah, you could see at 5K, but your TV didn't support it. So sorry, HD it is. Not anymore. Now you're about to see that extra clarity definition that shows you, oh shit, there was a ghost there the whole time. So like crazy. But the next 11 days are going to reveal more and more secrets to your soul. Theresa, the meditation is in my video list. If you look for the new moon and Scorpio ceremony, the last one I did, you'll be able to find it, and it'll connect you with Lady V and the blessings that she blessed us with. Great time to do the X-Men activation ritual again too. So other than that, you're definitely going to, throughout these next 11 days, be contacted by relevant gods and goddesses. Okay, for those of you with celestial connects and cosmic connects, they're reintroducing themselves. You want to think of this as the orientation period before you shift and jump timelines. I don't think I told you, 11 days from now, we're jumping timelines. And you're never going to be in this old timeline again. In this old timeline, we have shifted timelines, but this is like a whole new timeline we're shifting. What I said makes no sense because I lack the vocabulary to make sense of it, but this is about the best I can make sense of it. So to some of you will make more sense. Okay, so don't take what I'm saying literally. I don't think timelines even work like that, but I'm just saying that in a way that kind of makes sense. In 11 days, my friends, you're getting ready to shift whole worlds. It's not even a timeline. It's a whole new world. So you're going to be like, dude, you're going to be chilling with friends and like certain people just get possessed outright, just get straight possessed, and beings start talking to them. Hey, your friend wasn't talking about anything, so I just possessed its vessel. Are you going to fuck with me or not? Because I keep showing up in your dreams and you keep running away, and we need you to do this light work. Don't make us take you in kicking and screaming. It's going to be like that, people. It's going to be like that. I'm telling you. So, like, be prepared for just be prepared to look at your situation like, what's going on here? And, yeah. Okay. I got the Queen of Cups. Someone loves you dearly. Okay. Especially if you're a divine masculine archetype, there's a very psychic woman who's trolling you right now. Like she's using her psychic powers to troll the fuck out of you. Like she knows you got a connection and she's playing with you. Like she knows you're amazed by the connection. Some of you are this Queen of Cups. It's like you literally have the scrying ball and you're watching your divine masculine and you're just like throwing synchronicities at him. Let me fuck with him real quick. I'm gonna show him the synchro. He's like, how did that happen? I swear the divine feminine just gets on my fucking nerves. But they're amazing. It is what it is. It's not a bad thing. Some of you are this Queen of Cups. You're just having fun. Others of you, you're dealing with this feminine influence. Yes, and people do that. It's ridiculous. Financial flow, okay. For those of you who've needed a balance, because there are going to be some financial hard times moving into this new chapter where the light's gone, there's going to be hits. So you're going to come into a surplus of money now, the classic 1910 tarot. You're going to come into, the Magician. Oh, Queen of Swords. I wanted to try and pull some magic. You're going to come into a lot of extra money, and that's to save. That's to help you. All right, so the last card that I'm going to pull. Yep, Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. So you're coming into meaningful work too. Okay. Many of you are going to, especially if you're looking for work, you're going to gain a job opportunity that employs your passions. Okay. It's an iPhone exclusive app. It's strictly tarot. Is there anything else we need to know? What is one sign that we can get? Okay, I got the Queen of Cups, I got the Queen of Swords, I got the Queen of Pentacles. So once again, it's a very powerful goddess influence. You're going to be visited by a goddess. Each and every single one of you are going to be visited by a goddess. If you're a woman, it is your inner goddess that is going to reveal herself to you. I want you to think Sailor Moon style. Your goddess is going to show up and she's going to teach you how to invoke her energy. Some of you already know how to do this. So, I mean, the fact that I'm talking about this is very, but like some of you are dealing with her now and she's just like helping you peep game. For the masculines, this goddess is going to come through and you're going to partner with them. She's been definitely protecting you. She's been trolling you. Oh my God, she's been trolling you. But it's not for a bad reason. It's just to help you. So like, for the masculines, your goddess is coming for you, yo. And she ain't playing no game. She about to use you as a weapon, and you got to protect her, and you gonna be hacking and slashing for her. So you about to be her assassin. But yeah, for the goddesses, like you're like it's crazy because there's a triple goddess principle. So it's not just one goddess. A lot of you have already integrated like the one or two goddess principles, and now this third final goddess. I know there's like the maiden, the crone, and whatever. I'm talking about a different trinity here. The cosmic goddess facet, the final part is starting to integrate with you. Okay, so definitely keep that in mind. And maiden, mother, crone, thank you. So yeah, there's truth in that too. And yeah, yo, the goddess movement is real, guys. They are coming with a vengeance. So be mindful. I'm gonna go into her. I'm gonna go into hiding because I don't want that smoke. But I'm just playing. Yeah. Is this goddess human or something else? Jacob, great question. None of you are human. Every single one of you has a human form. This goddess is energy in essence. It's going to pervade human beings so it can take residence in a human vessel because your vessel is a temple. Well, what is it a temple for? So like the goddess will speak to you through plant life. It's going to speak to you through the air. It's going to speak to you through music, direct through music. Like it's constantly speaking to you. Great question, Jacob. Constantly speaking to you. It's not just through human beings, although some human beings will carry and represent the goddess. And that's where I'm saying for most of you women, you're getting ready to finish this initiation where you now represent several goddess archetypes or one main one. Okay, Sailor, Saturn, Thanos. Shout out to my moon Saturns. We're getting, never mind. Especially the moon and caps. But other than that, yeah, that's really all I'm going to say. The next 11 days are going to prepare you for the greatest glow up and ascension of your life. Concluding the end of this light that has shown you, the reason why you needed to be shown how amazing you are is because you're going to be tempted to doubt yourself. You're going to be tempted, literally. For example, I might be put in a situation during this dark period where I'm in a room full of skeptics and I read someone's chart and they twist it and they're like, oh, this reading was trash. You're a scam artist. You're a fraud. That's not going to work on me. I see through that bullshit. I already know. I went through this training period. I went through this period where I had support from y'all, authentic people. I've seen with my own eyes the effect of what I do. Now, anyone like playing that dark bullshit is not going to work. Like I've gone through this journey. I've earned my stripes. I've paid my dues. So I know what I'm rocking with. And in the face of skepticism, I can speak with my chest and be like, I know I'm a shit. I'm the real deal, whether you believe it or not. I predict stuff like 3 years in advance. Thank you, K. Martin. I worked for that. I worked my ass off for that. And it start that way. But 5 years later, we here, baby. We here, baby. You worked your ass off to get where you are. It's not just me. You worked and it's not, please, Please don't just denote this to spirituality, okay? This applies to any field, whether you're a banker, whether you're a technician, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a teacher. It's not just about spirituality. It's about the fruit you're bearing. So it's like you've worked hard to get where you are too, and people are going to try and make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about. You ever have someone who doesn't know what you do try and talk to you about what you do, and then you have to pretend to take them serious? Like they're not just stupid. So people are going to come for you, and you're ready now. You're ready for the smoke. Remember the past 20 years. Remember the past 20 years of your life that prepared you for this. Okay? Thank you, gotravelabroad.com. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot. Okay? So it is what it is. And even all the stuff that I predicted, even all these powers that I've shown, I don't take glory for that. Glory goes to God. Glory goes to the universe. I'm just an instrument and a vessel for the Most High. Okay? I'm not going to let this get to my head. I'm not going to be like, yes, I got it like that. No, that's why I'm on this journey, so that I can be an extension of the universe and let motherfuckers know what the truth is. Okay? Thank you. And I'm glad I get to do it with all y'all. And, you know, yeah, it's going to be some trying times, but these trying times are going to test and prove us. And we're going to make it through this dark 5-year period. And then we're going to become the celebrities and the rock stars that we were meant to be. Because this is it. It's going to go through a testing period. People are going to try and kill us, and we're going to survive. And bam, we lit, baby. So I'm going to end this here. Before we end this, oh, galactic, universal wisdom and knowledge, the oneness that connects us all together, I set the intent and pray and wish that before each and every single one of us goes to bed, you show us a significant sign that further encompasses and brings into integration everything we have done up until this point, gives us a sign that acknowledges the work we're doing and gives us the next step. Give us a synchronicity and an unexpected encounter of the goddess, of our powers tonight. And please allow our greatest intentions for the highest good of all to come true starting tonight. It is at this point, if you have a wish you want to throw in, if you have an intention you want to share, you can type it below. You can say it. We're holding space. And then we will end. And when you see this synchronicity, which you will immediately after we end this broadcast, I want you, if you're willing to share, you don't have to share, comment it down in this video below. Find this video again and comment it down in the comment section when you see it. Let me tell you, these dark forces are going to be coming for you. People who projected stuff on you, they're going to be coming for you, and then they're going to be apologizing. They're going to be like, I don't know why I projected that stuff on you, bro. But yeah, I apologize. What the dark forces don't know is that you ready for the smoke. See, you weren't ready for it before, but you're ready for it now. Okay, so onward march to victory, my friends. You guys stay blessed as always. Let your integrity talk for you. And until next time.